Alright, movie notes on A Simple Favor, 2018 film, 24 July 2024 viewing. I watched this yesterday night after I watched Marriage Story and did that notes video, but I finished it a little bit later in the evening, so I was like, I'm going to wait until today, Thursday, 25 July 2024, to do my movie notes. So I'm Tanis Coralee Leonhardi, she, her, hers of Seattle, and I'm going to talk through my notes for my Wednesday, 24 July 2024 viewing of the 2018 film A Simple Favor, which is a film about a woman who asks the mother of a child in the class of her child at school to watch her child and then goes missing. So I chose not to include fiction film, and I also chose not to include biographical film. And so essentially there's like two moms who have kids in the same class, and one's a vlogger and one works in the fashion industry, and the one in the fashion industry asks the vlogger mom for help, then goes missing, and the vlogger mom decides to make vlogs, so like video logs, kind of documenting the process of them finding the woman again. And so I've seen this a few times, this movie. Is this film biographical? So I'm going to actually put it in my playlist for notes on autobiography / biography playlist, as well as my movie notes playlist. I'm going with yes, and I'll explain how. So is this film biographical? Does Hollywood sometimes make movies to introduce issues that have reached a certain saturation level in society so that people are at least semi-aware that the problem may actually exist? So I'm saying some of the problems in this are, it might be Hollywood being like, we've know enough of the community at saturation level. So let's say maybe one per county, or they've heard of, on average, one per county or two per county or something like that, let's say in the United States of America, of the people in these movies actually existing and doing these things. So they go, maybe we should make a movie. Alright, so in that sense it is biographical because it's based on real people, a real type, or types, and it's meant to convey the real thing. So, right, in that sense, while the plot might not be exact, they might also not necessarily know that, right? Because they're going based on what would be called anecdotal evidence, right? That this is an actual thing, so let's try and document it without like disturbing them, so to speak. So for this big screen / this movie, one way to think of it for the big screen / this movie, these are notes I wrote when I was watching. So for the big screen / this movie, one way to think about it is that each individual character is based on someone real. Then they put the components together to obscure who the actual people are, since it is a prevalent problem. No individual person gets all the credit, at least via this film, as so many people do these things. It's a way of saying sometimes problems are common enough as well that like if it's not already like people know of like real people and like are willing to talk about it, then maybe the best way to introduce it is like, well, technically nobody gets the credit because a lot of people do, you know? So maybe is doing it that way. That is in part why, for example, the mother who asks the favor has her job abstracted the way it was, right? So this has all the hallmarks of that kind of approach, in the sense of, all right, the boss of the person who goes missing describes her as she was hired to stop the apocalypse, right? Which is common like at the research group level, the department level, the division level, right, the school level, the like whatever sector, the pool level, the whatever it is. And the department level carries there too. There's that one person on staff that's like, you, if this happens, you go for it, like fix it, right? So in that sense, they did actually abstract a lot of the things in this to be kind of like transient or societal or infrastructural invariants. So it has those kind of hallmarks of the components might actually be real. And so in that sense, it is an advanced notice type yes to being biographical notice. If you did not know this type of stuff happens / exists, then you do, like, then now you do. Right? So it's a way of saying, it's like trying to, it's biographical or based on real stuff, and being like, if you don't know that this stuff happens, then, right, it might be worth, like, making a film, so now you're at least semi-aware, like you've been informed, right, kind of thing. Like the character who has sex with her brother, was that my friend Shun and his sister? Yes, they walk amongst us. Right, so it's kind of, I would say it's breaking that barrier of a, right, these are real issues and the real people, right? When something is potentially this type of biographical, it's a reminder of these are based on real people, and like a prevalent real people, possibly, if it's reached a certain saturation level, which means, yes, they walk amongst us. They might be the person ahead of you or behind you at the grocery store, or, you know, that kind of stuff, right? Or wherever, right? It's just a reminder of they're here, yes. So there we go. So my movie notes on A Simple Favor 2018 film, 24 July 2024 viewing, which was yesterday, and then filming this Thursday, 25 July 2024.